test, test, test. Did something happen? Test, test, test. Hi everyone, I'm starting a new stream, so everybody from the other stream, I'm gonna send you the link so that you can join this new stream, because the other stream had some technical issues I couldn't figure out. So this way at least we can do this. I'm gonna just get the link, post the stream here, and here is the new stream. Let's come here. So that's the new stream. I'll wait for everyone to join and start chatting. And I'm gonna send everybody this new stream. Hi everyone. I see one person joined from the old stream. Let me see what we can do. This stream at least is working, and the video and audio is working, so great. All right. Whew. Hi, I see, I don't know how to pronounce. I'm gonna try. Flavius, what's up? Sometimes it doesn't tell me the name of the person. Sometimes it just tells me, hey, Jacques, I see it. All right, thank you everybody. I'm sorry it was so many technical issues. You had no idea. You didn't see me on camera, but I was like, stressing out because I was doing all the settings from the other streams in the past, but then it just wasn't working. Tried one thing, another thing. Anyway, today, thank you everybody. Thanks for joining the chat. I love it. Thank you for being patient with it. And I'm sorry I'm such a dope with this thing today. But we had a really exciting agenda. We had a guest, which is why I had to connect a bunch of streams, which is what I messed up. And our guest was going to discuss issues like the difference between business strategy, tactics, and planning. He might still hop on, but he might just be relegated to chat because I couldn't get his stream to connect with mine. So if you're joining from Udemy, welcome. This office hours is really for you, because if you have any questions, if you're working through anything, this is perfect, because this is a great time to ask anything. Please use the chat. I see the chat. I'll monitor as well as I can. And if anyone has questions or any challenges, just chime in. The number one priority on this call is to answer people's questions and make sure that you're satisfied. And especially if you have challenges, in this call, we're going to work to resolve it. Usually, I used to do this on Zoom. On Zoom, it was a little more personable because you can see everyone. Here it's just chat. But what usually happens is by the end of the call, we have a nice community. Everybody's kind of friendly. At first, it's a little weird, who are all these people on the stream. But then it gets really nice, and it does become like a kind of friendly community where it's not just me helping people, it's everybody else in the chat also helping everybody else. So in addition to our guest who was supposed to be here, I have a little agenda I was gonna just kind of read over, just so that you know what to expect on the call. So usually I kind of chat about some things that I'm working on, or some things that I'm kind of working through. Like we're gonna talk about something interesting I launched today AI agent. So if you're, everybody knows AI. An agent is when the AI has some autonomy, and it's a marketing agent that goes out and does outreach. And I'm going to demonstrate. I'm going to show it all to you. I'm going to demonstrate it to you, and then we're going to talk about how I created it, like literally in 2 days. With also I created it with AI, with like vibe coding. Maybe you're familiar. We're going to talk about a lot of people. We're going to talk about we're going to talk a lot about SEO, because a lot of people on these calls tend to be from my SEO courses. We're going to talk about, obviously, about LLM SEO. We'll talk about a little bit about cryptocurrency and crowdfunding. There's a lot of topics we have to cover. Most importantly, just to answer your questions. So yeah, again, I see some people in chat saying hi. Tell me where you're calling from, and like if you're taking a course on Udemy of mine, let me know which one. If you're not, also welcome. And if especially if you have questions, don't be shy. Um, I will see everybody's questions, so I'm here to help you with anything you working on, entrepreneurial, marketing, entrepreneurship, any strategy. We're gonna cover it. Hey, from Canada, very nice. Quebec, French? Is that French? Um, so um, I was gonna show you um, as people warm up to ask questions. I was going to show you and share my screen and walk you through the AI agent that I built. Before that, we had on the agenda that my guest was going to talk about like business strategy and planning and tactics and what's the difference and when to use each. But then we had the um, um, technical issue and I couldn't do it. Hey, people are really lively on this chat. Hey, what's up, everybody from Montreal? I love Canada. We you know what like I'm based in the U.S. and we have this weird year where like we were like brethren with Canada for such forever, and now we're like weird with Canada. But it's so silly, right? Like Canada is like our closest um, neighbor, and we love everybody in America. Thinks Canadians are so nice and so polite. That's like what we think here. Um, so I don't know, because I watch a lot of hockey, and then um, sometimes the American teams would get booed now, and I'm like, why? We're still friends. So I like having like multiple people from Canada. Awesome. Um, Texas, cool. Texas, bad news in Texas these days. We don't want to talk about it, but my heart goes out. Um, so um, we had a little switch in the agenda where we're first going to talk about all these things. Let me first show you. This is kind of really exciting. The AI agent that I built. First, let me explain what it does. A lot of my students, and by the way, this was inspired by my students. A lot of my students, because I teach a lot of marketing courses, and what they want to do is kind of brute force outreach to companies. So let's say you're a coach or a consultant or something else. Um, the idea is to just do like outreach, email, outreach. And there are a bunch of tools that have existed for a long time which scrape the web, look up like businesses. For example, let's say I want to promote marketing services to dentist offices. So there's a bunch of software that will go out to the web and like find all the dentist offices in like the 30 miles around, right? And get me all their emails so I can email all of them. And so that kind of thing has been around for a while. And what I did is I created an AI software that does this and then emails them. And I didn't build certain features just yet, but because I like literally started building this on Monday with AI. I started building this on Monday. I made it live yesterday evening, and today, because I was going live, I had some bugs and all this, going from a test environment to a live environment. But I commercialized it, like, so I'm going to show you the whole thing. So basically, I created a business like with a website, with a software service that I sell in maybe like, yeah, I guess 48 hours. And so the idea is this agent, the difference between this and previous types of software like this is that an agent kind of has some autonomy. So the feature I'm going to build probably tomorrow, I don't know, is I'm going to get it to connect to the ChatGPT API, and the ChatGPT is going to do the sales. So it's not going to be me chatting with like, hey, buy my services, right? Like if somebody replies, it's going to be ChatGPT having access to my email and replying to leads. So the whole sales process, I'm going to be not in it. I'm going to let ChatGPT. By the way, ChatGPT I got trained on the thing I'm selling really well, and it sells it better than me because it phrases things so beautifully. Because like I wrote an email template and then I asked ChatGPT to write an email template, and ChatGPT's email template was so much better, and I was jealous. Um, oh yeah, Monday was yesterday. I see it in wow. I I've been really working hard. In that case, it's 24 hours because I didn't start Sunday, or maybe I don't know what planet I'm on sometimes. Um, wow, because I've been in like this programming land with the software. That's actually crazy. That oh wow, so much less time. Um, okay, that's interesting. Um, all right, so now that you see what I did, you got the explanation. Let me show you. Let me share my screen, and let me actually show you everything. The problem with YouTube is that the end stream button is really close to the share screen button. And one time I almost pressed the. I was trying to get show share screen, and I almost pressed end stream. But here I'm going to share my screen, and I made this thing, Breezy Send. Basically, just I bought this domain yesterday evening, and basically that's my business, right? So automate your business outreach with AI powered business outreach. Some parts of this website don't work. Like I have a pricing, but it's impossible to buy. I don't because I just launched it today live. Like yesterday it was like in a test environment. Today I launched it live, and it had so many bugs that I like couldn't fix all of them. But it's crazy because back in the day, like way back in the time machine, like I have a computer science degree, and I used to work as a software engineer for a few years professionally. I was a Java software engineer, and to build this, first you would need like a few people, a designer, a programmer, maybe multiple programmers because it's kind of a lot of features, and it would take like 2 weeks, maybe 4 weeks, maybe 6 weeks to build this. And today everything is with AI. So this is the AI that I use. If you've been on these calls with me before, um, you kind of seen me do some demonstrations a little bit. This is Replit. Maybe you've heard of like Lovable, Base 44. Actually, ChatGPT came out. You know, the people who made ChatGPT, OpenAI, came out with their own version of this, something that writes code. So this is my test environment. On the left, you see I can tell it what I want, like blah, blah, blah. But we'll actually do some demos. Um, and on the right is the test environment, and this is the live environment. So like whenever I create a feature in a test environment and it's ready to go, um, I deploy it live. Now, just very quickly, um, let me check the other stream because we had the technical issues, and I think everything is fine on that stream. So we'll just stick with this stream. So yeah. So let me show you in my test environment because it's easier. Maybe it's a little hard to see, but what happens, you see, you build a campaign, like I would say, like I want to reach out to, let's say, restaurant in New York, like 5 mile radius, max results, let's say 10 results. And by the way, because of my current integration today, it might be buggy, I don't know, but it's not supposed to be. So I will say like find businesses, right? And it's connected to I forget the name, not ChatGPT. There's another one that's one of the leading AI packages that is like really specializes in two things: reasoning and being creative, like ChatGPT, but also having like a really up-to-date um, web knowledge of the web, whereas ChatGPT is not so knowledgeable about the web. ChatGPT is like really good for creative reasoning, logic. That ChatGPT is strong in that. But let me actually see. It's the perplexity, right? I have that variable here because it's the API that I connected to. If you're familiar with perplexity, so for this I connect with perplexity, and you see it found me I asked for 10 businesses, right? 10 restaurants. So I can kind of select all, and then what I can do is I can have this email composer. So like I want to, let's say, do a marketing pitch. I actually have some email templates saved, like a dentist pitch here. Um, it was for testing, so we can view it, and you can kind of use it. So like, hi, dentist name. I wanted to reach out, blah blah blah. So basic pitch. This is not refined. This is just something I use for testing. So I could use this pitch. Um, but let's generate a new email. This software does not generate good pitch emails, so it will not be good. But like, let's say I sell SEO for restaurants, and the tone I want is, obviously I want professional, so I'm going to generate the email template, something like this. This is a horrible email template. Never use this. This is just made by Replit. So Replit is not known for, Replit is the software. It's not known for being great at this kind of thing. So I would go to ChatGPT to compose my initial pitch that I would send. And actually, tomorrow or the next day, just because the features are so easy to build here, I would actually, this generate email feature, I would connect to the ChatGPT API and have the email generated not by Replit but by ChatGPT, because ChatGPT is super good at that. In any case, so then what I can do is I can, send this pitch to these businesses. I'm not going to do it now, obviously, because I don't want to spam them. But what would happen is, you would start to get analytics of all the things you sent, and in the analytics you can check your campaigns, see the emails that got sent out, and there's a follow-up, contact management, you can check who got emailed, who didn't get emailed. Yeah, and this is super fast to build. It's not super fast, 10 minutes, because a lot of these features, you might want to tell it hey, I want this button here, I want that button there, details and specifics. And sometimes it makes bugs because it doesn't know exactly what you want, and sometimes it argues with you, for example, it thought one design was better and I thought another design was better, and it kept trying to do the better design that it thought was better, and then I realized actually it's actually better. The thing that it's suggesting is better. So sometimes the human is the problem, but basically the issue is that it's not like mind reader. It's kind of a little tedious. You build it screen by screen. All these little tabs here are things I told it to make. It didn't make it originally. So it's just it builds something, you test it, you tell it to change something or add something or remove, and so it's very tedious. They call this vibe coding because it's it is so much better and less frustrating than traditional programming, because traditional programming, to connect to this Perplexity API, would take me a long time because I would have to read documentation and it would be so boring, and I would get bored, go take a nap, go get a snack, go outside, come back. Oh, I don't want to do this. It would take a long time just because I would hate the process. It's really boring to connect it to different third-party services and APIs. This is my most hated part of programming when I used to do it. But now it's I just, okay, AI can do it, and then I just sit here, wait for it. So it's not super fun, but it's incredibly way better. And by the way, for a programmer, if I was to hire a programmer, this would be a $10,000 job, and would take a month, because not only the programming would take a month, but the hiring would take a week or something. So and I did this for about $30 or $40, because this is $25 a month, Replit, which is wildly cheap. I can't believe it's so cheap. But it's you can go over your usage limit, especially when you're building something from scratch. There's a lot of building, a lot of code writing. So it charges as you go sometimes, but it's still super cheap. 1% of less than 1% of what you would pay before AI would do this. Anyway, so basically the AI part of this is the automation. The automation is basically you can say, instead of a small set of businesses, I can say, get me 1,000 businesses, and it would find 1,000 businesses in a big radius, and then I would say run now, and the running would be like, okay, it would send all these emails. Let's say it sent 20,000 emails, um, and then whoever replied, the Chat GPT, I would like, Perplexity is good for connecting to the web and doing stuff on the web, but the Chat GPT, the API, would be really good for using for selling. So ChatGPT would be convincing people to sell, and that's like first feature. But like later, for people who wanted to call, ChatGPT can also call them, so it actually can talk. You know, there's a voice assistant who sounds way better than me, and I don't like to get on sales calls because, you know, it's time consuming and everything. So AI can just do it. So that's all basically like, I can probably, if I just sit at the computer, I can have all of this built by like Thursday. I'm probably not going to do that because I have like other things to do. So I'm probably going to take some, you know, some time because it's also tedious. Like sometimes when I give it a command, like it takes 30 seconds or 60 seconds to actually change the code internally, and then I have to kind of sit here and be bored, which is not bad. Like it's not horrible, but like, you know, it's boring a little. It's a little boring. It's not the vibes. Like it's not like catching good vibes. Um, but this is essentially it. And then once this test environment was ready, I was like, oh, let's commercialize it. So I bought this domain name yesterday, Breezy Send. I thought it was kind of fun, like send, you know, sending emails in an easy, breezy way. And basically, so people can like pay for this now. I haven't tried to sell it just yet. This is just me showing it, um, but I might sell it. But um, but this is more. There are some courses of mine where a lot of people really need to do outreach, and so I was like, well, why not just give it to them? I cannot give it away for free because I have a bunch of costs. Like to send emails costs money, to use Perplexity API costs money, to use ChatGPT costs money. For all this stuff running on my server costs me money. So it actually costs money. So this $29 a month, I think I might lose money on this. I don't know. I have not tested that. But yeah, but certainly, um, if I look at a competitive service like D7, like I know the people who made this, and their plans. So they only find you people. They don't email, I don't think, and certainly they don't use AI for this kind of stuff. But they're more expensive, right? $45 a month. So that's just what I wanted to share with you. I'm gonna stop sharing my screen and see what people think. Perplexity Cloud. Oh, I see. Sorry, I couldn't see this chat because I was showing my screen, but now I see the chat. I think I lost my guest. Give me just 1 second because I'm by myself now. I want to make sure my guest is okay and not sad because I had to drop him from the call. Um, okay, I sent him a quick note. It kind of, yeah, because yeah. Anyway, okay, forget the technical difficulties. Um, yeah, so Anthony, I think I answered the question, right? Perplexity, Claude, yeah, Perplexity. Pretty cool. I'm excited about it. Uh, I don't know exactly what the plan is. My very vague plan is that I don't want to charge dollars because even this like charging $25, most of which is not even profit, like maybe I'll not even break even. I don't know. What I was thinking, because I have this cryptocurrency that I launched, the Spark token, SPRK token. Let me share my screen to show you what I'm thinking. If I get people to, this is what I'm thinking now. Like I don't know what I'm gonna do. This is just like me thinking out loud because it's so new. Let me share my screen. And by the way, if you have any questions or comments, what did you think? In like, even though I said it, I thought it's Wednesday, but it's really Tuesday, and I started Monday. Now I'm second guessing myself. Maybe I started this Sunday, but I thought I started Monday. Like for 24 hours, or at worst 48 hours, it's pretty crazy, right? You can build this thing because it's not just the software. I also built the website to sell the software. Granted, the website is super buggy, But I can kind of, these bugs are easy to fix. I don't have to fix them. I just ask AI, like, hey, AI, how come this has a bug over there? And the AI like looks and like, okay, there's a bug. I'll fix it. And it does like that for me. Someone new just joined. Um, I just showed a lot of stuff about how I created an AI agent with Replit, but we'll talk about it again. So let me share my screen and show you. So this token that I'm probably going to take payment in that token. So share screen, entire screen, yes. Oh, before I share my screen, there's a comment. Anthony, using Lovable for a mobile app, but see the value in doing lead gen. Yeah, yeah. I heard Lovable is very good, and I heard that Base 44 is the best. It's just I use Replit because, well, one, I already have one project in it, and I get kind of comfortable with the interface, and I already have the account, and I already pay for it, so I kind of just did it. But I have a friend who's making apps in these tools, and he said like he tried all of them. And he said Base 44 is the best one in his experience. I'm just gonna. It takes me. It's hard because I gotta stop and read because it's just me by myself. You use Replit to create an email automation. How might someone do something similar? Is that in your course? I'm actually filming a course about how I'm creating the agent. This is why I started creating this agent because I thought like the coolest course today would be about how to create an agent. And so I started creating a course, but to create the course, I have to actually create an agent to make the examples. So I have this course that I'm gonna release soon. I'm going to probably send a promo email about it like Monday. So I'm going to launch this course somewhere like it's mostly ready now, um, but it just like putting finishing touches on it. So that course is mostly ready. Gonna release it in a couple of days. Then, usually Udemy allows instructors to send promotional emails, and Monday is a good day to send a promotional email. So maybe Sunday, I'll send one, a small one, and maybe like a bigger one on Monday. So you probably will, and I kind of stagger them because I have a bunch of courses, so they don't all get sent out at once. I don't know, when, but sometime next week you'll maybe get an email. If you get my email, if you get my Udemy emails, which I guess you get them because you got the email that this office hours. So you're probably going to see it, but it's super easy. All you do is just think of the use case for the the agent that you want, and the distinction is, what's the difference between a software and an agent? Software just does stuff, but the agent has like some autonomy to keep working and make decisions until a task is done. So if you have a software that could use a little bit more like being smarter about things, then maybe thinking about how to make it into an agent, that would be a good idea. What kind of things are you building? Maybe, yeah, you cannot build this chat does not allow you to send links, but I can give you my email address. I can post my email, and if you email me any links to what you're working on and what you're building on Lovable, we can um, we can look at it together if you'd like. Would that help? Would that be or is it live? I don't know if it's live. If it's not live, then that wouldn't work. Let me actually just very, very quickly, I message again. I just messaged my co-host there. Uh, okay, I messaged him. All right, we have somebody else. I don't know how to pronounce this name. It's a screen name, RTA1, like a A2D2. Sometimes I get I see names. Sometimes YouTube just shows me screen names. So hi, how are you? But if you want to tell us your name, uh, then then I can call you by your name if you prefer, or I can say RT, Artie. Oh right, Artie makes sense. Hi Artie. Artie, you missed some cool stuff. I just showed an AI agent that I built with AI. Like I was sharing my screen. I won't do it again because it's probably boring for people. But and then um, I showed how I commercialized it, and basically just like within 24 hours that I did this, because I did build it all with AI. Um, and what I was saying, oh yeah, so what I was saying, I was just gonna share my screen showing something else because I was like, I don't want to charge $25 a month because it's most of it just goes to server fees anyway, and I don't make profit. That's dumb. I don't know, like, because it's costly because you have the Perplexity API costs money, ChatGPT API costs money, sending emails costs money. Like a lot of the software, running the software costs money, especially if people start using it, and probably people will use it like not conservatively, but like, hey, send 20,000 emails in one day. Um, it's an email outreach software. Ah, I see. Did you come from the other stream that had the difficult technical challenges? Because we had other stream, and yeah, anyway. So I was thinking, because I have this cryptocurrency token that I made. I made the Spark token, by the way, and I think it's everybody here. If you're in my courses, you're probably working on some business, some entrepreneurial project. It's kind of actually for everybody. So let me share my screen and explain it, like the idea behind it. So this is the website for the cryptocurrency token that I made. It's the Spark token, and it's the first token like made specifically like for creators to get tips, raise money like Kickstarter or Patreon, but without high transaction fees, high platform fees, because like a Kickstarter charge 5%. If you want to get paid in PayPal, they charge 3 to 4%. Patreon charges between 5 and 12%, which is crazy. So like before you get your money out, like you're like losing money no matter what. And so I designed a token, a cryptocurrency token, that's not. And also, of course, if you have money in dollars, it's just losing money to inflation. Like real inflation rate is about 5% per year. So I made this cryptocurrency token deflationary. You actually get more value because I have a token reserve that I like kind of give to um, investors. So instead of like losing 10% from the get-go from the high fees and transaction fees, and here you get maybe 101% or 102% depending. But what I was thinking is, if people want to get access to use this outreach tool, this one, uh, instead of paying in dollars, I can just charge, like, you don't even have to really honestly pay me, because what I'm really trying to do is, this is the token. I just recently launched it, and I got this buying and a little more buying, but I just need activity on the buying. And so I was thinking of offering courses and access to the software and every single thing that I have, so that it basically just need activity, because anytime you launch a token, you just need some activity on it. And as you can see, it's a little stagnant. I need it to have volume. So right now it's super super cheap, by the way. It's a tenth of a penny. That's the price. Um, so that's sort of where I am with it. I think I'm going to commercialize this. Maybe I'll just charge enough to cover my fees to host this. But really, I think I'm going to charge it for it in this cryptocurrency only. I don't want to take dollars. Um, so anyway, that's sort of what I'm doing. Stop sharing. Yeah, I'm gonna stop sharing. And I'm gonna drop, just for people who like skeptical about cryptocurrency, because I know a lot of people don't like cryptocurrency. Um, I have a tutorial video for what this particular cryptocurrency is all about, how it's deflationary, like, so you really understand it, so that I don't have to rush through everything. So let me drop that in the chat. Um, so if you can click it, it's a YouTube video. If you can click it and you watch after this stream, so that you get a sense for, like, what it's all about. So this is a way you will see that it's actually uh, helpful. By the way, I just got a warning. My connection is unstable, it says. Um, am I back? I think it dropped me a little bit. I got something happened to my connection. I got dropped, then I got connected, I think. I hope I'm back. I'm just checking my stream on a different browser. It looks like I'm frozen.